Hello, math friends. So, here we've got a problem. Scott wants to swim across this river, which is 400 meters wide. So, from one side of the river to the other side of the river is 400 meters. He begins swimming perpendicular to the shore that he started from. So, perpendicular means if the shore is this vertical line here, his path that he wants to take is straight to the other shore, the shortest way to the other shore, which is going to be something like that. However, there is a current in the river. He ends up 100 meters down the river from where he started. So 100 meters is something like there, I would say, up till there. So he ends up somewhere around here. This is where Scott ends up. And kind of looks like we've got ourselves a triangle. You guessed it, it's a right triangle because remember, the trajectory that Scott took was perpendicular to the shore, which means that it makes a right angle with the shore. There's our triangle. We know that the river is 400 meters wide and that he ended up 100 meters down the river from where he started. So that's this dimension here. Question is, how far did he actually swim? Because he wanted to just swim this 400-meter distance here, but he ended up down here. So he swam a little bit more than he intended to. And the question is, how far did he actually go? Let's find out. And of course, we're going to be using the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. And let's find out which of these dimensions we are actually missing. You guessed it, it is the hypotenuse, the dimension that is opposite the right angle. So we can fill in a and b. Let's call a 400 meters, so 400 squared. Plus our b will be 100, so 100 squared, and we don't know the value of c. So let's work this out now. 400 squared is going to be 16, or rather 160,000, plus 100 squared is going to be 10,000. And we don't know the value of c squared. So if we subtract, or rather, if we have 160,000 plus 10,000, we will end up with 170,000 meters, and that's equal to c squared. And now we need to take the square root of both sides in order to find the value of c, which you will find is, if you round it to the nearest meter, 412 meters is the value of c. And of course, we always ask ourselves, does that make sense within the context of our triangle that we drew? And if you look at it, if the river is 400 meters wide and 412 is a little bit more than that, which we figure is probably how much Scott swam, it makes sense that he swam a little bit further than 400 meters. So our answer does make sense in this context.